What's up everybody, it's your boy Strilo here, and welcome to another video. And today I'm doing another review, and this is a TV show review, just like I did the last one, or you will see in the other video. So we're here, we're gonna talk about The Flash Season 3, cause I love this freaking show, man. Like, this is my show. I just love it so much. I know I sound so depressed right now, but I'm really freaking tired, and, yeah, stuff. But, anyways, we're here, we're gonna talk about The Flash Season 3. My review on it, the last episode aired, I think, it was the 23rd? Yes, so it's been, I rewatched Season 3. Again, to make sure I had everything correct. So let's get into this. I will say this before I get into it. I do not like Season 3 as much as I love Season 1 and 2. But it is definitely up there because it is still The Flash, and I will always love The Flash TV show, and it will always be a part of me. So let's get into this. First off, the villains. Just villains. I was not impressed at all by the fucking villains. We got this big thing at episode 1 where the fucking rival was gonna come out. This motherfucker looked cool. He looked like he had fucking demon horns on the side of his goddamn suit, which probably what they were. I couldn't tell if they were horns or like messed up ears or something. But this motherfucker looked cool, man. He looked cool. Kid Flash looked cool, and I freaking loved it. But he went out like a bitch. Like, no joke. The rival went out like a fucking bitch. He was too overly hyped. I know the Flash villains are, they're supposed to go down because it's the Flash. The Flash, you can't take on the Flash. Barry Allen, that motherfucker, he's really good. I love him as a Flash. But I expected more from a freaking villain. And then, on top of that, Dr. Alchemy. This dude was powerful as a motherfucker. Guess what? He went out like a fucking bitch, dude. I was not pleased at freaking all with those two villains, and I had a big problem with that. Is because the season starts off freaking great. Like, okay, yeah, but then I was like, oh no, I was like, never mind. He went out like a bitch. He really did. The rival went out like an idiot. I did not like it at all. And he just it was a waste of a villain, man. Waste of a villain. Dr. Alchemy, waste of a fucking villain too, because that dude was awesome. Eventually everybody knew it was Julian Albert. Spoilers for you guys that don't know, Julian Albert was Dr. Alchemy for a short time until he got fucking bamboozled by Barry. So it finally is revealed that Savitar is the big bad. This motherfucker don't come out till episode 9. This is the issue here. So, back in season 1, the Man in Yellow, aka Reverse Flash, aka Eobard Thawne, he was released in the first episode, and I liked this because now you knew who the freaking villain was. You were gonna catch metahumans, yeah, you were supposed to, but we all knew Reverse Flash is gonna be Flash's main dude, and I was like, yes. That was the first episode. Zoom is mentioned in the first episode, but is not talked about until episode 2, which I was perfectly fine with, and this is season 2 that I'm talking about, because they changed it from Professor Zoom to just Zoom, and I love the freaking Zoom suit. That thing looks freaking insane. That thing looks awesome. The blue lightning just circling around him everywhere. Freaking awesome. And then we get Savitar in episode 9, which I was like, okay, you just wasted these two villains that were freaking powerful. Like, the rival, okay, yeah, you know what I mean though, guys, because I thought the rival was pretty cool. He went out like an idiot. He was a cool character that I wanted to see come back. went out like an idiot, and I was like, alright. Dr. Alchemy as well, but getting off key, or topic, whatever you want to call it, is that Savitar isn't released until episode 9 or 8, or whenever that episode is. I'm pretty sure it was 9. Which I was like, okay, now there's 3? Sorry about that, guys. Had to take care of something real quick. But Savitar is the big bad of the season, so you find that out. And if they would have, okay, spoilers, getting into spoiler. If they would have revealed that the future Barry was Savitar earlier, he would have had time to develop into who Savitar really was, because Savitar, the whole point of Savitar was he wanted to become a god because he is a time aberration, or apparition, I'm not sure how you say it properly, but and he would get erased from existence, and that's why his whole plan was to kill Iris and crap like that, which I was kind of sad, dude, because I liked the CSI work in the beginning of the season, and it just stopped when Savitar showed up. I'm just like, why? You have a job to do. It just cut in and out, and then it was just saving Iris. I was like, oh, I have a problem with this, because I was okay with Iris dying. To be honest with you, I hated her character in season 3. She didn't really do anything. Like, it was just for her to, just get saved. I'm just like, she's like a damsel in distress, just crying for help, I'm just like, okay, whatever. And then again, Savitar isn't freaking, like, without a mask, or he's unmasked. He's not unmasked until episode 22. Are you kidding me? Well, no, my bad, sorry. Episode 21. So we get him for episode 21, 22, and 23. As future Barry. That doesn't give him time to develop, because when I saw Savitar unmasked, this dude, Barry, has one side of his face I'm pretty sure is burnt, but he was such a cool character. I know he's future Barry, but freaking Grant Gustin pulled off one of the best evil probably one evil villain role he could have pulled off. It was freaking awesome to see him evil for once. I'm just like, yes, dude. Oh my god, he's freaking awesome. If they would have released him earlier to develop a little bit more. So yeah, that was the villain. So Savitar is the big bad. I had a huge problem with this because it was so hyped up. The villains were too hyped up, and they went out like idiots. So I want to talk about Barry. Now, Barry messed with time, and this is the problem that I had. You think you would get the Flashpoint storyline for at least episode 1 to episode 3, so usually that's what I was expecting, or episode 2. I would have been fine with that. No, 1 episode. Now he's living in Flashpoint for several months. I know the show, it has to have their season premiere and all this, but what happened during all that time? Like, you could have showed a little bit of that. Just like, no. I want to see Flashpoint, how Flashpoint was made. I know they couldn't do it because they don't have Batman in the show, and they didn't have Superman and Wonder Woman and Cyborg and all these idiots, because the whole thing... Dude, can you leave real quick? I'm doing something.
Okay.
Thanks. The whole Flashpoint storyline is Barry travels back in time to save his mom, and he saves her. In that, he stops Eobard Thawne, aka Reverse Flash, for those that don't know. And when he does that, he creates this alternate timeline, which is Flashpoint, or the Flashpoint Paradox. He lives in this endless time loop, if you want to call it that, like, again, Flashpoint Paradox. He lives in there for well, in the show it's several months. I have to reread the comics again. It's been a while since I've actually read them. In that animation, or the animated movie, he shows that as soon as he goes back, everything is messed up. Superman crashes on Earth, but he is taken, and he's never actually become Superman. And Wonder Woman and Aquaman are going balls deep at each other's throats. All out war. Batman's not Bruce Wayne, but is Thomas Wayne, his dad. So everything is altered, which is something that I really enjoyed for the Flashpoint, man, because Flashpoint is one of my favorite comics ever. Like, not gonna lie, it's one of my favorite comic storylines that I freaking just adored. Thomas Wayne's Batman, freaking brutal. This dude killed Eobard Thawne, the Reverse Flash. To see something like that happen for at least 2-3 episodes. We didn't get that. We got one episode. And Barry, he messed up the timeline. So basically, when he comes back after the Flashpoint paradox, it leaves off where Joe and Francine, or Franny, whatever you want to call her, it's when they meet up, and Joe never tells Iris about her mother, and that's where it leaves off. So it was kind of weird for me, because, at the end of episode 1, you're like, oh, did Iris die or something, or whatever? Or that's what you were thinking, some people were thinking that. And I was like, oh, now I know what direction they went in. I was like, okay. And then Cisco's brother dying, never was a fan of that guy. And then another thing that confused me was, again, Cisco's brother. What's his name? Dante. I guess you could say he never really liked him, I guess, but after you hear what Cisco did for his brother when he was, at a young age, it's like, okay, he cares. It's just the fact that I guess he was always in the spotlight, that always did that for him. So I could feel that sort of thing. I mean, I've never felt that with my brother, of course, because we've always loved each other, and stuff like that, but, it was just a thing that I had with that, It's just like, okay, Cisco, you didn't have a problem with it. Like, you never really liked him as much, or, and now you do, now that he's dead, and just like, oh, okay. And then he learns that since Barry came back when he made Flashpoint, and he came back, he altered it a lot. So now, as you guys watch, different things from the Arrowverse have changed, and you guys will have to watch the shows, because that's talking about the Arrowverse things, and I'm just talking about the Flash. So a lot of things changed. Cisco's brother died. Caitlin is now turning into Killer Frost slowly, so she has ice powers. Oh, man. Jesse gets speed and becomes Jesse Quick. Wally gets speed from Savitar, or alchemy, whatever you want to call it. So he makes all these things altered. And then it's titled Killer Frost. Killer Frost tells Cisco that Barry altered the timeline, and he messed with it, and he messed it up. So that was the thing. When he messed with it, he altered it, and killing Cisco's brother and all like that. So now Cisco blames Barry, and Barry's just the same happy guy that we're used to seeing him. But I like how the season went darker. I'm a fan of that how the season went darker when Savitar showed up. You're thinking, okay, this is another thing, alright. And then it's like, oh, okay, it gets darker now. Cisco, I enjoyed that a lot. Because Cisco went from being this happy person to now this semi-happy person to just hating Barry. And I was just like, alright. I like the way this is going. I just feel like the friendship wouldn't be, what do you call it, just messed up and stuff like that. And I'm running out of time. But, Flash, Barry, this season, I liked him a little bit more, because now he was taking it a lot serious. I like how this season took things a little bit more serious now. and they didn't, joke around. We're always seeing Barry joke around because, that's the way his character is portrayed. He's like this fun person that just cracks jokes and all this crap, and I really enjoyed that. And I was just like, okay. But there comes a point in a superhero's life, I guess you could say, is that he needs to get serious, and I freaking love that about this, is that it went serious, and I was just like, okay, I'm fine. I like it, but overall, this season was freaking wild. Like I said, the Rival, Alchemy, Savitar, it was wild. I mean, it took time off to do a musical, which I thought was even wilder, and this, the season was so mixed up in what it wanted to do in episodes, and they take breaks. I was just like, oh, when's it gonna end? I gotta say my least favorite episode is the musical episode. I do like the ending of the musical episode because Barry comes back and he sings to Iris, and I was just like, that's cool because Barry, did that. But I gotta say, Grant Gustin's acting for season 3 improved a lot, especially the episode titled "I Know Who You Are" is when Savitar is unveiled in season 3 episode 21, and I freaking enjoyed it. He stepped up his acting for a lot of things during the season. I was like, okay, I appreciate it. I've always liked Grant's acting. It's just some parts of season 1 and season 2 were just like, okay, yeah, alright. In season 3 it got better. It improved a lot. My gene's over. Kid Flash, I want to see him more. I wanted to see him more. He was sort of kind of in there near the end. It wasn't, he was kind of like a side character. It was just mainly focused on Savitar and Barry. Mainly, and I wanted to see Kid Flash just, be Kid Flash and do Kid Flash things, but it didn't happen that way, which I was freaking disappointed in because I wanted to see more of Kid Flash. I'm about to wrap it up, guys, but like I said, the season is freaking mixed. It's really mixed. And I'm just like, okay, do I like this? Do I not like this? I'm just like, alright, I'm not sure. Overall, it's the Flash. I love the Flash. I just don't like this season as much as I like the other two seasons. As much. I mean, I love the other 2 seasons. They're freaking amazing, man. I gotta say, season 2 or season 1, those are the hardest I have to choose between. I gotta say, before I wrap this video up, I did like season 1 better, and season 3 is kind of like my least favorite season so far because it was kind of disappointing. The season did get better at, the Once and Future Flash episode. We saw Future Barry in the new suit. I was freaking so pumped for that episode, and I was not disappointed at all. The team was split apart, and now they're back together and stuff like that. So I was freaking excited for that episode. Another favorite episode of mine was where the episodes that Savitar comes at, and I'm talking about the real Savitar, not the ones not the suit, but the actual, the actual person, Savitar, inside the suit. The season finale, like I said, it had Savitar in it with the suit and without the suit, which is something I was freaking stoked about. Like I said, 21, 22, and 23. Excuse me, I'm about to sneeze. Okay. Season 3, episode 21, 22, and 23 were my favorites because they, like I said, they unmasked Savitar, and you see him, he's all deformed on the right side of his face, and he's so torn up and broken, man, and now he just feels like he's got nothing left to lose, so he's gonna, because the thing is, like I said, he's a time apparition, and he needs to kill Iris to make sure Barry is so broken alone that he becomes Savitar. And that's what he was doing. And in the ending, the finale was probably one of my favorite episodes of The Flash, of all. Barry phases his way through the suit, and he breaks the suit, and Savitar's I see different things, and you kill me, you become me, and Savitar's just like, do it, bro. Do it. I'm right here. And Barry, the true character of Barry Allen, he would never kill like that. he's gonna beat you up, yeah, but he's not gonna kill you, which is something that I was so hell-bent on, like, for them, like, doing that. Because, like, if you kill Savitar, you're gonna, like, because Barry never kills. Which is something that I've known since I read the comics, and I've seen the show and, stuff like that, but I'm rambling on. But I'm really glad that they decided not to kill Savitar like that, and so Barry not crushes, but I guess he phases and vibrates so fast that he broke the suit, and he did that, and you think he's gone, and then he gets back up, and Iris has the final shot. She freaking shoots Savitar in the back. He's gone. He's erased from existence, and stuff like that. And then Barry, you think that's it, but no, it keeps going. And Barry finally gives himself up, and he goes into the Speed Force with his Speed Force mother. It was just one of the greatest scenes that I've ever seen of The Flash. That final scene where Barry's just like, it's okay, I'm going, and they're like, I have a feeling Wally West is going to be the new Flash now, I just really do, but Barry's not fully gone yet. But it ends like that. I was really happy how the season ended with that. I wish they would have had more serious episodes like that, because I really loved Savitar without the suit, because he's a broken person, and those characters are so cool to see on screen. And my last and final scene that I want to talk about is the scene where Barry, and this is the season finale, is Barry takes Savitar, which is aka Future Barry, into Star Labs, and they're entering. Everybody's like, they're just like, whoa, like, why did you do this? And Barry's like, it's okay. And then Wally's like, and Iris looks at him. She starts walking up to him, and then Wally's like, hey, don't do this. Don't talk to him. He tried to kill you. And she just doesn't care. She sees Barry broken, and and this is one of my favorite scenes from Grant Gustin. Is he turns down like a face like this. His face, and he looks away, like, this. It was so good. The scene was so freaking. It was greatly directed, and I loved how he just turned, and he's just like this, and she's looking at him, and he's like trying to hide it, because anybody that's scarred or something doesn't want anybody to see what they look like, and I don't blame them. But like I said, it was such a great scene, and she goes over there and she touches him, and then she's like, it's okay, and then he finally looks at her. Again, you guys got to go watch that for yourselves. It is a great scene. But my overall final thoughts for the season is, it was good, not great, it was good. It was not horrible, bad, or anything like that. It was a good season. You cannot deny that, because some of the new metahumans were freaking good. I'm not gonna lie. I still like the Rival, even though he went out like a bitch. And Dr. Alchemy, same. But overall, it's a good season. It's a watch, you know what I'm saying? You guys just have to really get into it if you love the Flash show and stuff like that. So, but let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment. Don't forget to like and sub. It really helps the channel out a lot. More TV shows and movie reviews for 2017 are coming. But this was the Flash Season 3 review. It was mixed, like I said, but once you get the hang of it, you'll get it. It was a good season. I want to review Season 1 and Season 2. Those will be coming later. But yeah, hopefully, guys, have a great night. Strilo out.